victory Saturday against Dayton. The tip is Juan Taylor Funk snatches it, and St. Joe's has possession to start things off. Jordan Hall starts the offense. Funk now looking for a way in, nothing there. Eric Reynolds back near midcourt. Off a screen, elbow jumper, won't go. Long rebound to the top, Moore. Now Gill. Gill trying to back his man in, kicks it to the top. It's Christian Ray, the junior. Jameer Brinkus, the sophomore. Anwar Gill, the sophomore. Jack Clark, the fourth-year junior, and Clifton Moore, the fifth-year senior, to start for the Explorers. A spin and a kick, top of the key. Anwar Gill for three, nails it.
Nice shot by Gill, good pass, very good pass. And again, when the ball goes down inside and then comes back out again, the ability to then read the closeout is what separates the really good players from others.
Explorers have had trouble hitting three-pointers at times, and not there. This is a dunk by Obita.
Real good pass by Hall, and obviously a little bit of a miscommunication on the defensive end.
G.K. Obina with an easy dunk gets St. Joe's on the board, and Jack Clark tries to answer, cannot get it to go.
Good check out by Obina.
Explorers 10 days ago at UMass opened up this game a week ago in Fordham, 1 for 14. Saturday they were 2 for 11 from beyond the arc, and then finally pick it up in the second half, but as too often the case, an insurmountable lead has been built. Hall's three-pointer won't go. And Clifton Moore gets the rebound for LaSalle. Brinkus now. Pull-up jumper, top of the key for three, rimmed it in and out. Brown gets the rebound for the Hawks. LaSalle up 3-2. Hall drives, hangs in the air, and gives the Hawks the lead.
Defensive transition from offense to defense is so important. You've got to come back and set up in the lane, and that time LaSalle was a little late getting there, and Jordan Hall took great advantage of it, just drove it right to the rim.
So a 4-3 St. Joe's lead as Brinkus goes around the screen, goes back to the top. Clifton Moore for three. That one won't go. The Explorers now 1 for 4 from the arc after the make to start things off by Anwar Gill. They've missed 3 since then. There's a drive and a kick. Brown, a step back foul line jumper, not enough on it, but the rebound rolls back out to Obina, and a second chance for the Hawks. Funk is going to try to take it, dish it off to Obina. Shot blocked by Christian Ray, but he got a little something extra, and he commits the foul. Obina will be on the stripe for 2.
Second chance opportunity, great advantage to St. Joe's right there. And got to be so alert on those long jump shots that oftentimes there's long rebounds, but you have to get those hands ready, get a good balanced stance, and be rebounding outside your neighborhood.
That was one of those step-back jumpers where a lot of times you don't have enough legs underneath it, so it hits the front of the rim and an awkward rebound all the way back to the foul line.
And Brown did a good job of creating that space. And these guys work at this. They work at that craft, that part of the game. They watch the pros. They see the kind of step-back moves that are available to the game in the game today.
And a GK, despite being a 48% free throw shooter, hits the first. Second free throw is a make, and it is a 6-0 run for the Hawks, who lead at 6-3. Josh Nickelberry in the lineup for the first time. Off a screen to the right side. Here he places Clifton Moore. Now Gill pivots back out. Clark looking to drive. Behind the back he goes. Steps off. Great defense by Cam Brown. Now Gill travels. Yeah, you can see a little stutter step there.
LaSalle with a little different lineup there. Oftentimes you're going to see the big come out and set that ball screen with 10 seconds or so left in that shot clock. And at some point Clifton Moore wasn't in the game right there, so it might have been left to Christian Ray as his job to go out. Oftentimes too, when you sprint out there and then you don't get to the spot where that ball is, sprint right to the rim, you can open up that slip screen opportunity.
Cliff Moore back into the lineup. Funk from the corner. The three-pointer won't go. Rebound tip to the top. Another second chance for the Hawks. And Hall will take a three and bury it. So it's a 9-0 run. Ryan Daly's first game back from that hand injury. An overtime thriller over on Hawk Hill. Then they met in the Atlantic 10 postseason, where the Hawks ended the Explorers' run in Richmond.
You would think that the strategy Ashley Howard wanted to employ was get that ball down to the block and again set up that drive to the rim off of the closeout and read that closeout. And Jack Clark did a great job of getting to the rim. Now he just has to finish it.
It just didn't stay down. And now not ready for the ball on the far side is Cameron Brown. It'll be an unforced turnover on the Hawks. So it's 9-3 St. Joe's lead, 16:20 to play. Nickelberry. Moore will try another three. That one won't go either. Clark with an offensive rebound, and on the way back up, gets it knocked out of play. It'll be remain LaSalle basketball. The Explorers now 1 for 5 from beyond the arc after making the first one of the game.
On that play too, if you're asking Jack Clark to get that ball, chin it, and be lower on that on the bounce so that you don't get that reach around that limits your offensive move.
Now a baseline jumper, and the two-pointer won't go, so Jack Clark unable to find his range early on. 0 for his first 3. The Explorers scoreless for 3 minutes and 4 seconds now as Funk comes off a near side screen. Hall guarded by Nickelberry beyond the arc. Funk passes up the shot, goes to the corner, and a three-pointer by Reynolds.
Real good ball movement by St. Joe's and making that extra pass. And LaSalle got a little bit confused, 2 guys on 1, and that's all it takes for the guys at this level to knock out those threes.
12-3 St. Joe's lead. Now step off two-pointer by Josh Nickelberry.
A real important field goal right there. Obviously, you're watching him make that move, and you're saying, is that the best shot we can get? And yet he's such a terrific scorer that when he's in the groove, he can make that shot.
Here's Funk. Pull-up jumper beyond the arc. That won't go. Dangerous three-point shooter, but he can't get it to fall, and the Explorers save the rebound. Now Brickus to the top. Moore. Nickelberry for 3. Pow! Josh Nickelberry has the Explorers on a 5-0 run, and they cut the lead down to 4.
Big shot by Nickelberry. Again, talking as we do always about the momentum of the game. And LaSalle's last couple baskets at least limit that thrust that St. Joe's making.
Off a screen. Reynolds, three-pointer rims in and out. Nickelberry gets the rebound off the miss. And the Explorers now on a run. Brickus tries to drive, kicks it back out to the top. Nickelberry fakes the 3. Now Clark is going to drive, spin at the elbow, has it swatted away, and turns it over. Reynolds looking for a backdoor cutting. Hall, nothing there. So a bounce pass to Obina. Obina, and off to Brown. Brown. Shot blocked by Moore, and here come the Explorers. They don't have numbers, but Christian Ray pushes the issue anyway. Laying it back off to Nickelberry. Clifton Moore getting set to become the Explorers single season all-time blocks leader. Adds another one to his mark there. Soft runner won't go. Back to the top. Hall for 3. He drains it. So Jordan Hall with a couple three-pointers. And it's a 15-8 St. Joe's lead.
Again, defensive transition. You got to be ready to get to the paint, but also as soon as that ball gets kicked back out, you got to close out harder and quicker. And again, Jordan Hall made them pay.
Nickelberry to Clark. Clark, foul line jumper, and still can't get it to go. Jack Clark's tried every type of jumper so far. None of them are staying down.
Well, a few extra passes will result in even better shot opportunities. And again, St. Joe's making LaSalle pay for some miscommunication out there.
Funk wide open, hits the three-pointer. Funk is a 38% shooter from out there.
I don't think that's not something you want to hear, Funk wide open.
10-point lead for the Hawks. They answer with 5 after the Explorers put 5 together. Clark now, left side, bounce past the Clifton Moore. Pass deflected, but it gets to Christian Ray. Spin dribble by Brickus. 7 on the shot clock, trapped on the baseline, back out to Moore. His third three-pointer of the night. This one won't go either. Explorers now 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. After a 3-minute, 40-second scoring slump, they're back in a 2-minute drought here. Into the paint goes Obina. Clifton Moore, line where he's already 2 for 2. Clifton Moore fouled him just before the break. And he rattles the first free throw home.
We're going to get another long break in a few seconds here because of that under 12 timeout will come with us soon. Also an issue for Coach Howard, does he call another timeout when they make a significant run, or does he try to play through it? And that's one of those things when you're a veteran team, you hope your guys know how to do that.
So Obino, we mentioned 48% from the stripe on the season, but he's 4 for 4 tonight. He has 6 points total, and his Hawks lead at 20-8 with 12:18 to play. Here's Anwar Gill, who got the start. He's been going in and out. Now Khalil Brantley with his first look of the night, top of the key. He's going to penetrate, now steps back. Also to the game for the first time is Anton Jansen. Three-pointer by Gill won't go, and rebound pulled down by Cam Brown and the Hawks.
It was interesting that last set where Cliff Moore is open at the top of the key, and to be honest with you, he's got to shoot that ball. He's got to remain a true threat always out there.
Here's a runner that will not go, and then Jansen tips the ball out of bounds. Josh Nickelberry went on a 5-0 run. Now back to action. The Explorers have already a 345 scoring drought. Now another one up to 320. Here's Nickelberry. Guarded at the top of the key by Jack Forrest. Into the paint. Brick is a drive. Now Gill trying to back his man into the paint. Back to the top. Gill with 10 on the shot clock will take the three-pointer. That won't go. Rebound right to the hands of Khalil Brantley. Spins, hangs in the air, double pump, up and in. And Khalil Brantley is Johnny on the spot.
Just little ways of helping your team. Just kind of hang in there. You know you're down there by the baseline anyway. Just take a look and see if you can't get an extra play for your team. Terrific stick back. Again, helps that momentum of the game.
Forrest trying to use his height advantage on Jameer Brickus, but he can't get it to go. Rebound for the Explorers, who break across midcourt. Here comes Brickus on the drive, and he draws the foul. Brown was there, as was Forrest. And it's going to be Forrest.
On that last drive to the basket by St. Joe's, Forrest had to contend with Cliff Moore again. He didn't get a block shot there, but it certainly was a changed shot, and it helped LaSalle's defense.
So 10:48 to play after the foul called on Forrest. Anwar Gill takes a break. Jack Clark back in the lineup. Jordan Hall is also back out on the floor for the Hawks. Here comes Cliff Moore. A hand off to Khalil Brantley. Screen set by Moore. Brantley trying to set up the two-man game. Instead, he'll step back with a two-pointer. It won't go. Hall gets the rebound off the miss. Explorers now 4 for 15. Forrest beyond the arc. Into the corner. First touch by Demir Bishop. Hall lays one up for Jansen. Jansen puts it softly off the glass and in.
Hall did a good job of getting the ball, whereas Brantley probably should have denied him even more. So when Hall gets the ball, it's out more toward half court. You're not in as good a position to make a play right there. So if you're that outsized by a guy like Brantley, you want to make sure that you're getting that guy to be way far away from the basket when he catches that ball.
Nickelberry step back three won't go, but Clark gets the rebound. Brickus fakes the pass. Pow! Drains the three. Second chance there. Opportunity.
Yeah, those are the easiest shots in the game. The second shot, told to me by Joe Mihalik, one of our great LaSalle guys.
So Brickus now 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. The Explorers cut the lead back down to 9. Here's Funk. Reverses out of a baseline dribble, gets it right back from Jansen. Funk in traffic on the far side. Pass that will not go.
Great pass by Funk right there.
Jansen misses the layup, and the Explorers get the stop. Brantley looking to drive on Forrest. Forrest does a good job denying the little guy, and then the pass is too hot through the hands of Clifton Moore. Oh, and there's a block shot and a foul on the play. Jack Clark trying to eliminate. Instead, he'll pick up his first.
If you're Cliff Moore, you got to be ready to catch that pass, to be quite honest with you. He's a good player, and he's had a really good season. But you got to get those hands ready. That's why your hands have to be at your shoulders, ready to go, because that pass could be darted in there. You don't always have that option of making the perfect pass.
Demir Bishop has missed 15 of 31 free throw attempts this season. And flatlines that one. Bishop just 52% before that miss. Brown in, Funk out. For former LaSalle assistant Billy Lang. 2 former LaSalle assistants in charge of their own programs now. Ash Howard under Dr. John Giannini, Billy Lang spent a season under Speedy Morris, who is in the house, by the way, with his lovely family, including Keith Morris. Bishop makes the second free throw, and Deshaun Shepard will get his first burn of the game, the freshman out of Bucks County's Archbishop Wood here in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Brantley sees some pressure, races across midcourt. Nickelberry gets the pass into the front court.
Big stretch of the game here for LaSalle. Obviously a big stretch for St. Joe's as well, but LaSalle needs to get back into the game, cut that lead here, have good possessions on the offensive end, and really do a great shutdown job on the defensive end.
Nickelberry driving on Hall. Hall gets called for a foul on the take. Team foul number 2 on the Hawks. 8:44 to play. 23-13, St. Joe's advantage. Brantley on the inbounds. Patiently waits for Clark to fire it, saving it from going out of bounds. And now Brantley looking to penetrate, facing Jansen. Now he's going to drive on him, hangs in the air, shot blocked, but back out to Shepard. Shepard fires one to Clark. Clark with the runner, won't go. Christian Ray right back up and in.
Certainly an opportunistic rebounder at both ends of the floor. He does a terrific job at that, and Johnny on the spot with that last stick back. Big basket for LaSalle.
Now 7 second chance points for the Explorers. Christian Ray with that bucket on the putback. Carlo Brantley had one. 23-15, the St. Joe's lead. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Jansen with a handoff. Step back, Brown for 3, no good. Jack Clark outleaps his teammate Deshaun Shepard for the board. Now Shepard trying to drive on Forrest, denied and out of bounds. On the baseline on that last touch. Now Reynolds for 3, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Christian Ray.
He's got a terrific jump shot, Reynolds. I'm surprised when it doesn't go in. It just looks terrific.
Brantley trying to find a way in, nothing there. So now Ray denied by Hall. Into the paint he goes, trying to step up and under, nothing there. Pivots out of it, nearly a steal, but Clark is able to get back into the backcourt. And it's out of bounds, last touch by the Hawks, but great hustle by Cameron Brown.
A good play by Clark, too. He hung with the play and allowed LaSalle to keep possession of the basketball there.
23-15, the St. Joseph's advantage. 7:10 to play here in the first half. Below Brantley moves it across midcourt, looking to attack, steps back on the elbow, drives, and then throws it into the bench for the 5th turnover of the game.
Just need more poise in that situation.
That'll earn him on a spot on the bench next to Coach Ash Howard as the sophomore point guard, Jameer Brickens, returns back to action. Taylor Funk returns for the Hawks. 7 of them.
First time these guys played, LaSalle had a very good assist to turnover ratio. And it looks like St. Joe's is on that path right now with not turning it over at this point.
Now the Explorers are no assists to 5 turnovers. Here's Hall with a floater that won't go, but Obina right back up, and he can't get it to go. Clifton Moore gets the rebound off that miss. Trailing the play, Jack Clark, catch and shoot. 3-pointer won't go. Explorers 3 for 11 from beyond the arc. Hall trying to answer. Trapped underneath, Clark stays with him, and a travel on Jordan Hall.
Not sure that I saw that walk, to be quite honest with you. Pretty good move by Jordan Hall.
6:27 to play here in the first half, 23-15, St. Joe's on top. Brickens across midcourt. Nickelberry trying to penetrate. Instead he goes to Clark. Clark in traffic and got it to go.
Real good play right there by Nickelberry and by Clark. Great cut by Clark, and obviously a terrific finish, but extra passes involved and getting it to the rim, and now LaSalle has themselves back to 6 points here, which means a great deal at this point in the first half.
First bucket in 7 tries for Jack Clark. He was 0 for 6 before getting that one to stick. Hall with a floater, pretty shot there.
Yeah, it's a big time move. It's just somebody who's worked really hard at the game and has great poise to knock that shot out. That's a terrific basket.
25-17. St. Joseph's scoreless for 3 minutes. Sal's on a 7-1 run. Now Nickelbury fires a liner up there. In between what he wanted to do. It's a miss. Now Reynolds into the paint. This is one that Obina trying to work on Clifton Moore. Trapped underneath. And a strong hook shot. G.K. Obina has been a factor. 8 points in the game. He averages 12.1.
He's been at the rim another couple of times, so he could have had even more advantage on the scoring sheet.
Nickelbury will step back and settle for a two-pointer that hits all sides of the rim before not staying down. Scores in another scoring funk after a 7-1 run. They've gone 0 for the last 3 and 1 for the last 4.
And if you're LaSalle and you're not scoring, you got to do a great job at the other end. Just put so much more pressure on your defense.
Hall now into the paint. He's going to throw an alley-oop up there. And an offensive foul. Obina uses forearm to fend off Christian Ray and didn't get away with it. G.K. Obina with the foul. Team foul number 3. And Mark Gill back in the lineup. He replaces Josh Nickelbury.
Three-quarter court pressure by St. Joe. Make LaSalle think a little bit.
Gill.
Good diagonal pass by Gill.
Christian Ray.
Give it go.
More to Ray. Layup good.
Great diagonal pass. Good cut by Christian Ray. Easy basket.
So Clifton Moore doesn't have a point yet, but that is his second assist on the game. And 4 rebounds. Reynolds looking to drive. Just beyond the reach of Clifton Moore for the runner.
Terrific move by Reynolds right there.
4 minutes finish. Brickus. Into the paint he goes. Keeps the dribble out, backs it out. Brickus covered by Obina on the perimeter. Ray catch and shoot 3. That's no good. Explorers now 3 for 12 from beyond the arc, and they trail it by 10.
And sometimes in that situation, and Clifton Moore hasn't had that much of an opportunity to score it. Let's try to get him the basketball down inside.
Hall in traffic, swatted from behind, but he gets the ball back and now kicks it back out to the perimeter for 3. Banged home by Eric Reynolds. Reynolds now with 8 points.
And just less than 2 minutes ago, the score, it was a 6-point game. Now it's a 13-point game. Again, that you want to keep teams out of that run that they can go on.
Brickus in the corner, fakes the 3, back to the top. Ray looking to drive, spins, hangs in the air. Layup won't go, tip in won't go. Does he get his own rebound? He does. Back to midcourt for the Explorers. Brickus will catch and shoot, take the 3. Pow! Brickus for 3. Christian Ray's fingerprints are all over that one.
He just worked hard. He gave the team a chance to get an extra possession and did a good job there.
The Explorers end the run and cut the lead back down to 10 with 2:45 to play. Brown, looks like he had a bloody nose. He's got hot fire in his nostrils. Now move situation here unless the Explorers put a big drive together at the last 2:40. St. Joe's basketball. The Explorers now turned it over 5 times. Here's a G.K. Obina catch and lay in. Nice.
Reynolds gave himself a really good chance to get, if he wanted to shoot that basketball, he had certainly earned the right to do that. Made a great pass, and Obina, great awareness that the drop-off was coming.
From the foul line, Brickus' jumper won't go. And just like that, it's a 12-point lead for the Hawks. Their largest was 13. Now 2 minutes to play. Funk to Brown. Now Funk guarded by Clark at the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Reynolds is back near midcourt. Off the screen he comes. 3-pointer, rimmed in and out. Gill got the rebound.
Again, pretty good shot, especially late in the shot clock to get up that kind of opportunity is pretty good.
Gill to Clark. Gill directing traffic. Feeds the post. Christian Ray one-on-one with Reynolds, but passes out of it. Finds Clark far side. Clark drives in traffic. Layup won't go. Tip in won't go. And Taylor Funk with a rebound for the Hawks.
As Mark Zumoff used to say, in no particular hurry at this point.
Absolutely. 1:14 to play, a 12-point lead. Very similar to what we saw back in January at 54th and City Line. Hall into the paint he goes. Dishes it off to Obina. Avoids traffic, but not Clifton Moore, who gets his second block of the night.
Very good play by Jordan Hall again. Got himself in the air, but bailed himself out with a great pass to Obina. Just more poise and patience on Obina's part might result in a better shot opportunity.
Christian Ray in the corner. Feeds Clifton Moore, trying to get him going. No, back outside for Gill. That one won't go. Long rebound to the top. Funk gets it. And the Explorers 9 for 32 from the field, 4 for 14 from the arc. Funk in traffic. Shot blocked by Clark, but a foul on the play as well. And Taylor Funk will be on the free throw line with just under 31 seconds.
And Gill on that nice play. I mean, make a pretty good post feed to Clifton Moore. He's not ready to make that basket right there, but when he comes back out again, if he reposts, then you got to reward that big fella for working hard down there on the block, and again try to get him off the schneid here a little bit.
Funk, the second leading scorer on this Hawk squad, averaging 13 points a game, but he's an 87% free throw shooter. Buries the first one here. And the second one. 36-22 lead for St. Joe's. Demir Bishop will check in. Jack Clark picking up his second foul on that last play. Clark struggling 1 for 8, now on the bench with 2 fouls. Brickus and the Explorers will have the final look. Christian Ray, Clifton Moore catch their breath at the top of the key on the wings. Are Nickelberry and Gill. Brickus the ball handler. Hand off to Gill. Double screen at the top of the key, back to Ray. And then Brickus with 7 on the shot clock and game clocks. Step back, foul line, jumper! Great Lionel Simmons marked in 1987-88. Blocks in a single season. 3.1 seconds to play. Reynolds at midcourt, looks up. Takes the shot at the top of
that in the first half. They've been successful.
So here we go, second 20 from Gola Arena. St. Joe's wins the first half. The Explorers trying to cut into a 12-point deficit on their first possession. Christian Ray, Jack Clark, Anwar Gill, Demir Brickus, and Clifton Moore scoreless thus far with the ball. Brickus for 3, no good. Explorers, 3-point shooting, again anemic, 4 for 15.
And when Brickus shoots the ball, I don't know how many of his teammates were alerted to the fact that he was going to do that, and maybe you get a second chance opportunity. There was no offensive rebound thrust at all by LaSalle on that play.
Especially with, no pun intended, a brick like that was. It has a chance coming off the rebound at a strong angle. Funk trapped underneath, back to the top for Obina. 2 on the shot clock. Funk shoots an air ball right into the hands of Christian Ray. So here comes Gill. Drive, hits the brakes, and then back out to Clark. Dangerous pass, but he gets it to him. Now Gill into the paint he goes. Jump stops, pivots out, finds Clark in the corner for 3. That one won't go. Jack Clark remains 0 for the arc. Or excuse me, 0 for 3 from the arc. 1 for 9 of the game.
But both shots are 3-point jump shot opportunities, and again, as we talked about, I think you got to get it inside and make use of your big fella down inside.
Obina can't get the hook shot to go. Rebound by the Explorers. So both teams coming up empty on their first 2 possessions of the half. Gill jump stops at traffic, lays it in, couldn't get it to go, but gets his rebound back. And back to the top for Christian Ray. Now he'll take a 3. That one won't go. So a missed opportunity on offensive rebound number 8 for the Explorers. And they are 0 for 5 in the half. With all that energy Gill put into the penetration back, do you like him taking the 3-pointer there?
Yeah, you have to trust in your guys at some point. But again, there hasn't. Gill got all the way to the rim, which was terrific. Didn't finish it, but again, stuck in there, and he deserved the opportunity to try to make that shot. Problem is now that you go back down the other end, and Funk is a dead jump shot shooter, and he's terrific at it.
2 minutes, 10 seconds into the half, and Funk gets the first bucket. Then Jordan Hall gets an easy steal, double teaming Clifton Moore. Funk in the corner for 3, rattled in and out. Moore got the rebound.
And if that shot goes, more than likely Ashley Howard's going to call a timeout, and you want to try to stay away from that if you can, but Now is a critical time for LaSalle. They have to make their thrust right now.
Gill to Clark. Back to Gill. Gill's going to drive on Hall. Pump fakes, fires one to the corner. Now Christian Ray's going to drive. He passes one to Moore. Moore inside out. Gill again for 3. Anwar Gill finally gets one to go down. Now 2 for 6 from beyond the arc, but he answers Funk with the 3-pointer. Now Khalil Brantley will check in. He'll replace Anwar Gill.
Can't argue with the ball movement that happened right there for LaSalle. Lots of extra passes, an open jump shot, and the jump shot went down.
16:59 to play here, second half. St. Joe's on top, 39-27. Spurs have not led since being up 3-2. With 18:10 to play in the first. Hall trying to drive on Christian Ray. Spins into him. Far mid post. Ray knocked to the deck. Offensive foul. Christian Ray draws the charge. And Jordan Hall picks up his second personal foul.
We've talked about this a lot. If you're Jordan Hall, you can stay out of that situation. The lower you are, the less inclined that referee is going to make it a charge call. He's going to make it a block call. Pretty good play by Christian Ray.
Now Brantley inside out to Clark. Clark denied by Brown. Brown swats it away. 2 big turnovers for the Explorers, 2 main scorers.
Those are killer turnovers for your team. If you're down at this stretch, you want to make a statement early in the second half.
Here's a runner that won't go. Rebound by Clifton Moores. So the Hawks now 1 for 5 from the field. That one make a Taylor Funk 3-pointer. Brantley for 3 near side. No good. Long rebound to the top for Reynolds. Teams now are combined 11 for 34 from the arc.
And when your players, your better rebounders in this case, Jack Clark or Christian Ray, know that shot's going up, you can get to the rim and maybe try to get an extra possession for your team.
From the field, 0 for 3 from the arc. He has 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocked shots, but no points thus far. Shamir Brickus lets the ball roll across midcourt untouched before picking it up. Brickus and Brantley. You see the 2 point guards out there trying to jumpstart the offense. We saw Ash Howard thinking about doing that earlier in the year and see if he gets the offense going here. 2 guys that can penetrate. Step back elbow jumper by Brantley will not go, and it doesn't work on the first possession.
A little zone look by St. Joe's right there that kind of made LaSalle tentative and probe versus attack.
So the Explorers, and here's a steal by Brantley. He'll be uncontested as he takes it down the lane and lays it in. So Brantley's been active off the ball, and he gets a steal to finish there.
Yeah, it's just a poor choice by Jordan Hall right there. It wasn't anything Brantley necessarily did, but.
And then Hall with a strong take gets his own rebound and lays it right back in.
And Hall says, I'm not real happy with myself on that last play. Let me just go make a great play right there and put our team back up 12.
Brantley now. By Hall. Here's Ray for 3. That's too strong. Rebound of Bina. Scores.
Yeah, again, I think you want to. Clifton Moore is such a big part of what you do, and he can make plays in addition to making shots. He can make plays. So.
Hall and Brantley doing battle on the inside, but it's going to be a deep 3 by Funk that barely nicks the iron. And here come the Explorers. Brickus to Clark. Clark also offensively challenged so far tonight.
Swing, swing, swing.
Brantley to Ray. Ray to Brantley. Brantley looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Now he's going to drive on Hall. Kicks it back out to Clark. 12 on the shot clock. Clark behind the back. He's going to drive with a strong right hand. Hangs in the air. Off the glass and in. You can't teach that.
Nah, pretty athletic move. Pretty good play by Jack Clark there, but just one-on-one play is what that was.
And the length allows him to hang up there and outweighed his defender in the air. So a 10-point lead for the Hawks. 13:46 to play, and there's a moving screen by Obina. G.K. Obina picks up his 3rd personal foul. And so Jack Forrest will check in. That could be a big deal because Obina was a big part of the offense for the Hawks in the first half, and now it's going to be Forrest and Jansen in there for Brown and Obina. 2 on a Hall.
Those are tough for coaches to understand what makes that an offensive foul versus letting it go.
Here's Clark. Feeds Clifton Moore, trying to get him in the scoring column. He's going to take Jansen into the paint. High off the, it's a hook shot, nothing but net, and there is Cliff Moore's first bucket. 4-0 run for the Explorers, 9-2 over the last 4:25. St. Joe's lead down to 8. Hall guarded by Brickus back near midcourt. Brickus staying square with him.
With that size advantage, Brickus has to keep him as far away from the basket as possible.
Now Hall on a run.
Not much penetration.
Funk trying to get it back to Hall with 4 on the shot clock. He's beyond the arc. Now Christian Ray on him. Step back three-pointer at the buzzer. No good. And the rebound by Brickus. The Explorers hold strong.
Big possession for LaSalle.
Brantley for 3. No good. Tries to keep his own rebound on it. Brantley had the decisive three-pointer that really gave the Explorers the momentum they needed to put Dayton away on Saturday, but he can't get it there. Billy Lang will call a timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 12:36 to play here in the second half. Explorers trying to chip away. They The Explorers force turnover number 7 on the Hawks.
Just go back to Jack Forrest driving the ball to the dotted line area, or what we call a short corner. Jordan Hall has to fill behind that, and when he does pass it to him now, when he's attacked, when he's closed out on, you can go by and make a move. He's so talented that he left he left Forrest all by himself there for a second.
Clifton Moore still can't get it going from deep. A quick three-pointer. He's now 0 for 4 from the arc, and instead of the Explorers down by 5, they have to defend an 8-point deficit. Looking out of his zone. No, they're matched up. Reynolds, mid-range jumper. That will not go. Clifton Moore gets the rebound off the miss. 7 boards for him.
Critical offensive possession here for LaSalle.
Brickus, top of the key, thought about the 3. He already has 2 makes from out there, but this time he asked for a screen from Moore. Into the paint he goes, trying to set up the big guy, but Brickus keeps it on the perimeter. Now Christian Ray, far side. He'll go over the top for Moore. In traffic. Moore has it stolen away from him, brought it down, but then Little Brantley comes right back from behind. He ties the ball up on the ground. It's going to be St. Joe's basketball. Forrest has a step on everybody down the lane, and shot won't go. Great defense by Christian Ray, who gets a near block and then a rebound off the miss.
Clifton Moore had the ball down inside. He's going to use that crab dribble where you put the ball so low to the ground, you can get it through that double team.
Now near side, Nickelberry's 3 won't go, and the Explorers just can't get it going. Great drive and a great kick, but the shot's not there. LaSalle now 5 for 23 from beyond the arc, and Brantley forces contact at midcourt, gets called for it. Anton Jansen. Jordan Hall also out there. Cam Brown. And Reynolds gets the handoff right back to Forrest. Hawks have been scoreless for the last 4 minutes. Jordan Hall can't change that, but an offensive rebound by Cam Brown gives them a second chance.
A real good set to get that shot opportunity for Hall. Wasn't one of his better shots, but to get that second chance opportunity now and run some more clock. And it's devastating for a defense when you give that second chance opportunity up.
Reynolds in a little bit of trouble. Brown now has 3 on the shot clock. He's going to step back, take a 3-pointer that will not go, and the rebound, Josh Nickelberry. So the Explorers get the stop. Twice. Brantley going to drive on Reynolds. Trapped underneath, steps under, double pump, draws the foul. Over the free throw line for the first time tonight. Khalil Brantley forcing the issue.
All about toughness right there. Just driving it in that deep and had a great poise to get a decent look at the basket, get fouled, and now obviously there's your huge foul shots by Brantley here for LaSalle.
Averaging 8 points in his freshman year. On the stripe where he's 67%. Hits the first, so the Explorers inching closer to the Hawks as Ejike Obita checks back in the lineup, replacing Anton Jansen. Brantley now with 4 points. 5 points. That runner's a little bit behind, and now 6. So Khalil Brantley gets the Explorers on the stripe and cashes in. Draws the Explorers to within 6. Full court pressure on the inbounds. Brantley stays with Jordan Hall. Almost gets a swat in the backcourt. Hall uses his length to keep Brantley at bay. And there's a near steal, but it goes between Brantley's legs into the hands of Obina. 9 on the shot clock. Brown back in near mid-court. Now Brown around the screen, driving, hangs in the air, scoop shot will not go. Tip back will go in by Obina, who instantly impacts the game after coming off the bench.
It's a huge possession. LaSalle had a couple of opportunities to either get a steal or get a great rebound, and St. Joe Obina makes a great play.
Lead back up to 8. Deep 3 by Brickus will not go. Three-pointer just not been the Explorers' friend tonight. 5 for 24.
Again, probably a chance to reestablish yourself down on the block down there, despite the fact that Obina is back in the game, but maybe you can get that 4th foul on Obina as well.
Brown drives, erased by Cliff Moore. 3rd block of the night. They push it ahead to Brickus. Brickus catches back to Nickelberry. Top of the key, Moore. Now Brantley. Screen set by Moore. Brantley into the paint, pull it, foul line, jumper good.
It's good offensive basketball right there by LaSalle. Just sometimes that mid-range jump shot is okay to make that 2-point shot.
8 points for Khalil Brantley, including the last 4 for his Explorers. The Attic starts the Thunder. Hall threw that pass off of Cliff Moore's shoe and out of bounds. It remains St. Joe's basketball. Anwar Gill checks in for Christian Wright. And Taylor Funk returns to action for Jack Forrest. 8:30 to play. 43-37, St. Joe's on top, but their lead has been cut in half. Hall patiently waits for Funk to come off a screen, catch it, shoot 3, no good. Weak side rebound is the Obina. Obina now trying to work on Moore. Double pump, Moore not giving any ground. Steps in, shot up, no good. And Brantley gets the rebound off the miss. Great defense by Clifton Moore.
Very good defense by Moore. Probably a little more poised by Obina was called for on that play.
So the Explorers can get it to 2 possessions with a make here. As close as they've been since the opening minutes of this game. They're daring Moore to take the 3, but he's 0 for 4 out there. Now Moore comes and sets a high screen for Brickus. Brickus into the paint. Keeps his head up, dribbles underneath the bucket. Now reverses course. Reverse layup, good! Jameer Brickus lulled everybody to sleep, and the Explorers are within 4.
Steve Nash moved down there on the baseline. Did a good job of keeping that dribble alive. And terrific finish. Those are not easy baskets for a guy of Brickus' size.
10 points for Jake. Hall. Nickelberg rubbed off on a screen. Hall takes it in, loses the handle. Brantley's there. Here come the Explorers on the counterattack. Kick to the corner. Brickus takes it. And shot blocked. Wow, hits the deck hard. They're going to call a clean block shot. The crowd here not happy about that. Missed opportunity after the Jordan Hall turnover. Still a 4-point game, 7:13 to play. Hall. Funk to Hall. Hall looking to drive on Gill. Makes it pick up the dribble. Bounce past Obina. One-on-one with Moore. Double pumps. Moore alters the shot. Obina, then a block shot, and Obina gets it right back up and in. Not much more Cliff Moore could do.
Just good big man play right there. Good defense, but in the end, better offense.
So Clifton Moore with yet another block shot, his 4th of the game. Gives him 73 for the season. Brickus. Step back. Now Gill. 10 on the shot clock. Gill in traffic. Into the paint he goes. Layup will not go. Rebound back to Clifton Moore. 2-point jumper up and in. And the Explorers answer to get the lead back down to 4.
Good offensive set. Good thrust by Anwar Gill. Hung in there. Had an extra shot for his team.
45-41, the St. Joe's advantage. They've led since the opening 2 minutes of this game. Hall looking to drive on Gill. It's not there. So a handoff with 10 on the shot clock. Obina trying to work on Moore. And his runner won't go. Here comes Brantley with his 4th rebound. Brantley hesitates, pulls up, foul line jumper, and will not go. Quick shot for Brantley, who was 10 points in the game, 8 points. Remains a 4-point St. Joe's lead. Reynolds to Funk, guarded by Brickus on the perimeter. Reynolds pull-up jumper, foul line extended, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Brantley. Now Gill. Can the Explorers get it to a single possession? Timeout. You were talking about why this is a wise timeout for Coach Ashauer to take.
Yeah, again, I thought they were guys that had worked pretty hard in that one stretch, and they had made some quick decisions on the offensive end. This was a good chance to slow everybody down and get a good shot at the basket.
Jack Clark inside the arc, but he hits just his second bucket of the game, third of the game, and that cuts the lead down to 2. Now from behind, Brantley almost has a steal, but here is a steal. Christian Ray breaks it up. Now Brantley lays it off to Clark. Clark, a drive and a kick. Anwar Gill back to Clark. Just like that, the Explorers have cut a 12-point lead down to 2 with 4:39 to play after the timeout by Ashauer. Nickelberry. Now Brantley. Brantley looking to drive. Into the paint he goes. Into triple team. Trying to pass out of it. Instead, turns it over.
Yeah, it just wasn't open. The pass wasn't open. A little more poise, a little more patience. Kick it out. Start all over again.
Third turnover of the game for Brantley overall. Just the 9th for the Explorers. 4:11 to play. Lead down to 2, but the Explorers unable to get over the hump on that possession. Now Brown guarded by Ray. Obita back in the lineup after the lengthy break. Gets it inside. Oh, Jack Clark reaches around and commits the foul. It's going to be his 3rd of the game. Just the 2nd team foul. And here comes Clifton Moore back in the lineup. Moore with just 4 points, but 7 rebounds and 3 assists and 5 block shots. And moving to 2nd place all time in single season block shots. Apparently just Lionel Simmons, who did it in 34 games.
What a hell of a player he was.
Absolutely. Backdoor cut, and it's stolen. Jack Clark steps in front, and here come the Explorers trying to take advantage of the 10th turnover of the game. They have 8 points off turnovers. Can they? Brantley for the lead. No good. Way off the mark. Missed opportunity again.
Just let the game come to you and trust in your teammates.
Brantley now 0 for 3 from the arc. The team 5 for 25. Funk. Guarded by Nickelberry into Obina. Clifton Morris doing a good job on Obina. Double team, and they get him to miss. Christian Ray with a rebound.
Obina did great work setting all that up. There was a great post feed from Funk. Good move, just with no finish on that play. But he's done a great job of doing his work early.
Nickelberry inside the arc. Jumper up, and we're tied at 45 apiece. Josh Nickelberry, 7 points. Now the partisan crowd gets to their feet and waves their rally towels. Jordan Hall guarded by Clark on the perimeter. Obita sets a screen for him. Clark gets back to it. Step back. It's partially blocked, but Hall gets his own miss. In traffic now. Knocked away. There's Christian Ray with another steal. Hall now with 6 turnovers in the game. The Explorers with a chance for their first lead since the first 2 minutes. Clark has to chase that ball down almost to the sideline, and then he's fouled by Hall. That's going to be Thrustra, and we got Kevin Casey, and everybody's happy. And here's a foul on the inbounds play. It's going to be Reynolds hitching a ride with Khalil Brantley.
Yeah, still not a 1-on-1 situation, so
6 fouls.
Salle has a number of fouls to give. It'll be interesting to see if they can grab this lead and then use that the opportunity to get an extra foul wisely.
Clifton Moore. Oh, he turns it over. Hall came in. Unfortunately, it's the 3rd turnover of the game for Moore now. Reynolds, 3-pointer. Dagger jumper for the Hawks. The steal and the finish.
Big play by Reynolds right there.
Yeah, Clifton Moore has just been careless with the ball a couple times. Not like him at all. The 2nd time he's brought it down low and let a guard come in and grab it from him. Now Brantley. His jumper will not go, but there's Jack Clark with a rebound. Nice Saves play. It in to Nickelberry for 3. Oh, rimmed it in and out, and then that would have brought the house down. And what a great effort by Clark, but instead the Explorers down 3. Critical turnover, 10th of the game for the Explorers. The Hawks with 7 points off those turnovers. Funk in the corner for 3. No good. Clark outleaps everybody for the rebound.
Obviously, a critical possession right here.
Clark for three. No good. Long rebound. There's Christian Ray for his 8th board. Now Brantley tries to tie it up. Pow! He does just that. And we're knotted at 48. Ray with 9 rebounds now.
Critical offensive rebound. Obviously, a critical jump shot by Brantley.
1:10 to go. Tied at 48. Mishandled by Reynolds. Back in the backcourt. Oh, Brantley gets called for reaching around. Smart play, though. Just a 3rd foul. 2nd personal foul, Khalil Brantley. Anwar Gill will take Josh Nickelberry's place in the lineup, and Jameer Brickus will replace Brantley. 1:07 to play. Typical Big 5 matchup. The Explorers and the Hawks. 2nd time this season. Reynolds with 20 on the shot clock. Home crowd extolling their Explorers to play some defense here. Hall to Obina. Obina in traffic. Shot blocked. Still loose. Right back to the top. Funk fakes the 3. Drives inside. Pump fakes. Shot blocked by Clifford. He keeps it in play. Now he's in traffic and he's fouled. That's going to be the 17th foul. And so Clifton Moore will go to the other end of the floor and try to give the Explorers their first lead of the game.
Outstanding defense by Moore. He didn't go for any fakes. He just held his ground. Made the opposition jump before he jumped. Terrific play.
So 1-1 for Clifton Moore. He's been slow. Well, he hasn't had a typical offensive night. Let's just put it that way. 4 points on 2 for 7 shooting. 8 rebounds. A 1-1 and a huge one here for the Explorers' leading scorer, who's a 74% free throw shooter. A 1-1 for the lead. Got it.
Big foul shot. Another one coming up. And again, LaSalle has opportunities to. They have 3 fouls to give. See how that goes. And both teams have 2 timeouts. Very critical timeouts for both teams.
Moore does not make the second. Christian Ray's fighting for the rebound, but instead it's St. Joe's basketball. By the way, on the other end, that's 7th block shot for Cliff Moore. Reynolds into the paint. Hits the brakes, turnaround jumper, no good. Christian Ray with a rebound, 30 seconds to play. 2 seconds with game and shot clocks. Explorers need to take care of the basketball and get a smart shot. Here comes a double team. Brickus is going to dribble around it. And a timeout called.
They need to take care of the ball.
Nickelberry, Moore, Clark, and Brickus stacked on top of the key. Ray, the inbounder. Ray gets it into Jack Clark. Clark does burn some clock, and then he gets it to Brickus. Game clock down to 15. Now Nickelberry in the corner. Steps in. And so it'll be Josh Nickelberry with a 1-1 situation. Funk just slammed the basketball and got away with it. So Nickelberry to the free throw line. Third leading scorer, 73% shooter. The Explorers 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. The one miss, the second of the 1-1s by Clifton Moore. 14 seconds to play. Josh Nickelberry, the transfer from Louisville, on the free throw line, trying to give his team a 2 or 3 point lead. He misses. Obita with the rebound. Now Jordan Hall across midcourt. And Reynolds under the bucket. Explorers have 3 fouls to give. Reynolds back at midcourt. Reynolds is going to get fouled. 3 seconds go off the clock.
That's a real good defensive strategy right there by LaSalle.
And so Bill Lang will call. No, Taylor Funk has been stuck on 8. 2 fouls to give, 6.3 seconds to play. The inbounds will go to Funk. Oh, Christian Ray almost had the steal. Instead, they'll pick up the foul. They'll lose 9/10 of a second.
Funk seems to be favoring his right hand, thumb, wrist. Struggling with that. We'll see how that affects this last play.
15 foul, 5.4 seconds left. Brown puts the play in motion. The inbounds goes to Hall. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Weak side rebound, tipped around, still tipped around, and that's going to do it! The Explorers survive.